So we're here in paradise. As you can look around, I might film a little of it. This beautiful river, thousands and thousands of gallons of pure water bubbling up from the earth, creating this river that people float by on. Absolutely beautiful. We're doing some ayahuasca ceremonies and coming here on a day in between to feel paradise. The hibiscus, the flowers, just unbelievable, floating in water. And this is all naturally made. Mother Nature makes this stuff. How can you improve on it? You cannot improve on Mother Nature. So I was just laying here just feeling the revolution. There's this revolutionary air. Everywhere you go in Mexico, there's the Via de Revolución, the avenue of the revolution, honoring the revolutions that Mexico had. Or the Russian Revolution, or the French Revolution, or the American Revolution. And revolution, the word itself really just means to revolve, to spiral. Now we're starting to learn also that the Earth, of course we know the Earth spins. It spins around the Sun. All the other planets spin around the Sun. The Sun itself spins around the galaxy. But we also forget that it moves through space-time. So the Sun is actually creating a coil. It's not just spinning. As the Sun is in itself moving around the galaxy, it is spinning around the galaxy. The Earth is creating a coil. So we're actually spinning like a coil through the Earth. Spirals and revolutions, Fibonacci sequences, all this spiraling is what we're learning, is really how the universe generates itself. So revolution, yes, keep revolving and evolving. The evolving, revolving, this happens naturally. The center of the galaxy is pulling the Sun for its evolutionary. The arms of the galaxy expand. They are spiraling. The galaxy itself is spiraling through space. See, it's all perspective. It's all evolutionary, revolving, revolutionary spirals of evolution. And this is, of course, how your cells make themselves as well. So as I was laying here just now, I could feel evolve, the revolving, evolving, instead of the revolution. The Russian Revolution, Trotsky, etc., Lenin and them, or the early Trotskyites, they couldn't stay and run the government. They got taken over, co-opted and corrupted by later Stalin, etc. So a revolution in the sense of let's fight them never works, because you get the pendulum swing. I'm against this, therefore you become what you're against. It's like the beautiful yin and yang symbol. In the center of the white, you have the black point. In the center of the black, you have the white point. Because when you become too deep into the one piece of duality, it starts turning into its opposite. Therefore, we get the sayings, you fight, you become that which you fight. You become that which you fight. Why? Because inherently in us, we have the dual nature. We are the unified nature that creates the dualite, the dual. So the black and the white, the good and the evil, the male and the female are a dual play. We're playing in duality. So if you start fighting one part of yourself, you will become it. So revolutions don't work. America fought against centralized government. We fought against centralized government. And what's happening? We're becoming a socialist welfare state. I don't want to get political, but let's be honest. How many people are, when you start having 50% of the people feeding off the government, you're starting to eat your own body. You're not creating new wealth, new energy. You're starting to eat your own body. You're cannibalizing yourself. So America was so against socialistic principles that it's starting to become socialist in a way. Or China was so against capitalistic principles, so China is now enamored with, excited by, wanting to be capitalist. In fact, you could argue that China is more capitalistic than Americans at this point. So it's this duality nature. If you fight the revolution. Now, how does this apply to the truth movement and to all the awakening movement? the Bilderbergers, the New World Order, the Trilateral Commission, the Fed, all this stuff. So there's millions of us now starting to wake up against the old system. Now the thing here is going to be so that you do not keep the pendulum polarity swinging. Revolution against something never works. Evolution, revolutions in the sense of revolving, spiraling through space-time, the revolving, evolving, works. Because it is what's naturally happening with the galaxy, with the sun, with Arcturus, with the stars, with the Andromeda galaxy, with the Milky Way, with all
hatred is self-hatred. All hatred is self-hatred. In the truth movement, in the awakening movement, or the truth movement against 9/11, the Bilderbergers, etc., the Fed, the haves and the have-nots, the people just want health care and food and etc., these protest movements, we're going to have to be very careful with, well, if we're not, we'll just have more revolution. Evolution, the evolving revolutions. Revolving means evolution, the spiraling, like I just talked about. But inside the truth movement, there's a hatred. Our own self-hatred will be manifested. Recently, I just watched a video on a woman named Amanda on TED, the 8-foot-tall woman, where she talks about the music industry and what she's doing. And people would hate on her for her being honest and connecting with people because it involved what? Money. Money. There's such hatred against the money system. Yet there is a flip side, schizophrenic flip side, that wants it. See, this within the truth movement, we're going to have to, really the healing needs to happen inside ourselves first. All hatred is self-hatred. This is why every teacher, from Jesus, Jeshua ben Joseph ben David, the Christ, Krishna, Rama, Buddha, everyone who's ever taught, St. Francis, all of them, they have never advocated physical revolutions, but internal revolutions. Internal evolutions, internal awakenings, individual revolutions, personal Armageddons, meaning facing yourself. We're here doing ayahuasca ceremonies. This will make you face yourself. Look at yourself. The blame game, blame of them out there, the evil, whatever you want to project it on, banksters, corporate America, etc., is you are being caught in the duality-polarity game. So there's a self-hatred. All hatred is self-hatred. So if you have hatred at, quote, the evil banksters, you are hating yourself. You're hating yourself. Because if you also say in this next breath, we are one, how can you hate them, Kissinger, the Trilateral Commissions, Illuminati, etc., without hating yourself? It's not about loving them directly, but it's about finding this self-judgment inside yourself, clearing that out. This is what's going to be reflected increasingly like a collapsing box on, quote, everybody everywhere on the planet. This is the acceleration of the energies, the collapsing of the dimensions, like a time hourglass squeezing you through to open you into the new world, if you will, the newer, more freedom world. But all that self-hatred that you're projecting, that we are projecting, if we are, on, quote, the evil banksters, the archons, the Illuminati, is really self-hatred. They can only feed, they only have food if you feed them hatred. They literally, spiritual physics-wise, are fed by this hatred. So noticing what is conscious discrimination in the sense of discriminatory, this is true, this is not. But adding your own judgment, your hatred to it, you feed it. So within the system, so when this woman, Amanda, who's out there, being a street performer, the 8-foot bride, Google her, TED Talk, Amanda 8 foot, something like that, you'll find her. People start hating on her. Don't be hating, right? It's the self-hatred inside the communities. Whether it's the black community, that's where it came from, right? Don't be hating, don't hate the game, or hate the game, don't hate the player. Because it's self-hatred. I worked with a client recently about Haiti. The name of the country is Haiti. Haiti is the country in the Western Hemisphere that is really receiving all this bad mojo, energy, voodoo, etc. Self-hating. And we were talking about this. Very, very honest. He's from there. And they're also capturing it collectively. This is much bigger than deciding to blame people for your stuff. All hate is self-hatred. Unless you're consciously moving the hate to move it out. See, it's got to come from denial. So inside the progressive, spiritually correct community, the truth movement, the awakening movement, all this stuff, if you're looking down on people, you corporate scumbag, you're hating. Don't be hating. Find that hate in yourself and process it. Allow it to move. Move up like a bubble in water. When I work with people personally as clients, move this energy, of course, to move it, not suppress it, not put on the fake face, not leave it to beaver, let's all be happy, and fakey, smiley. No, 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 no. But don't be really hating. Blame is lame. Blame is lame. Blame is lame. It's all hatred, all anger, all issues are self-issues. Issues with yourself. A happy person, a realized master, an awoken woman, they have no issues with the world. It is perfect just the way it is. Yes, there's lots of work to do, as far as getting people to wake up, but it's perfectly helping people wake up. All hatred is self-hatred. Don't be blaming. Blame is lame. Stop it. So inside the truth movement, here I live in Portland and Seattle, and I'm all perfect and eco-sensitive. Check out my Subaru, Subaru song, Tobias Lars. And I love, we need to speak, both polarities feed off each other. You need super conservative, whatever, Republican, warmongering hawks, and then the super liberal. They need both to have that game going. But if you want the middle path, as Buddha talks about, the middle wisdom, the non-judgment place, the free from duality, you're going to be faced to all this progressive movement that think, well, we're so more involved than all the stupid Republicans. You're in for a shock, because it's your own self-hatred. This is why every teacher teaches this. I don't advocate. See, revolution in the street gets you nowhere. The Russian Revolution did nothing except make it worse for the people. Made it worse for the people. Worse. More government control. So real freedom is you achieving your own individual, spiritual, awakened freedom. Because if you're doing it from a judgment place, wanting to hate, string up the banksters in the park, in Central Park, and bleed them, cut their throats and bleed them. These are bloody revolutions. You're not taking self-responsibility. This is why all masters are self-responsible. They know they have a direct connection to the source of the universe. That source is much bigger than any rulers out here. The only reason there is the Illuminati and the New World Order and all these shenanigans going on is because each one of us, individually, have not cleared our systems. If there is millions of Buddhas on this planet, there's no Illuminati. There's 10,000 Buddhas on this planet, 1,000. All we need is 1,000. 100th monkey syndrome, 1,000 Buddhas, 1,000 Christs, 1,000 Krishnas, 1,000 Amanda Moima, 1,000 St. Teresa's, 1,000 St. Francis's. Get on with your personal work. Quit blaming. Blame is lame. Your personal Armageddon is going to be the collapsing of your world around you. If you hate money, you're going to be stuck in hatred of money. How does that feel? Embrace it to erase it. Allow the game. We will come through the money game. A few hundred years from now, there will be no money on the planet. We will be living directly with love and exchange and freedom and trading and gifting and all that. Of course. But if you hate the game, you're feeding the game. Don't hate the game. Find your own self-hatred, your own apathy, your own deadness, your own places inside you. Shut up or put up. It's the same with people who really like drugs. They smoke tons of pot. Nothing wrong with marijuana. We should legalize it, of course. But smoke tons of it as an avoidance or do drugs. If they come do ayahuasca, they run the other way because she'll spank your butt. She'll show you yourself. Denial is stupid. Denial is the problem. Get real and heal. Get real and feel. This is important. Revolution in the street, stupid. Revolution, revolving, evolving inside your own energetic system, that will solve it. Otherwise, we're going to play the same pendulum game forever. They're in power, we're in power. They're in power, we're in power. The duality game. It's ridiculous. Divided and conquered. Republicans, Democrats, communists, capitalists. Stupid. Get real and heal yourself. The real revolution is the revolving energies of galaxies and star systems and your frequency centers inside your own body. That will solve every, quote, crisis on the planet. Persons healing themselves first. This is why every master is interested in the individual healing themselves first. They don't start big movements. Their followers do, and those movements get co-opted, corrupted, and fucked up. Witness all the religions, political movements, etc. Communism, a great idea, turns to shit. Jesus' message, great idea, it turns to crap. Individual awakening. All judgment is self-judgment. All hatred is self-hatred. Wake up from that. If you really want to help the planet. All right, thanks. I know I'm being a little strong, but revolution in the street, not the answer. Never was.